Warning, this program is live. We have no idea what is going to happen. We really don't. It's Mad River Valley Live, hosted by Eric Friedman, John DeLay, and Rye Young, along with a vast array of personalities that make up the fabric of our community. Good morning, Mad River Valley. We are back for episode 10, believe it or not.
Double digits.
We're in the home stretch of the season. The world is a little bit of a frightening place of late, gentlemen, right?
It's right.
People are freaking out a little bit.
Yeah.
Mad River Valley folks, be smart out there, be safe, take care of each other, love each other, right?
Stay at home.
Right?
Watch the show.
hands.
Yeah, we want to be the diversion from this.
That's the
for
idea.
a little bit of fun, before, as people are freaking out in the rest of the world.
Escapism, sure.
Yeah. So, speaking of escapisms, the mountain skiing, lots going on. How are things going?
Well, it was 55 degrees, 3 days ago?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Now
bit of
it's
rain.
27 degrees, so.
Great spring skiing.
These are
the first half of the week.
Yeah. These are the kinds of conditions that make Mad River Glen skiers great, right?
There you
Mad
go.
River Valley.
Mad River Valley. Yes,
yeah.
I'm just used to saying that
Oh,
over the
that's
years.
all right. Like
That's
old
on the old.
habits.
That's on the old snow report bingo, right?
Sure
Yep.
it is.
Yep.
Yeah, we might have to conjure that game up here.
It's flurrying. I don't want to undersell the conditions, but
Well, it is Thursday, and we are at Sugarbush, so it's
it had to at
in
least
the contract.
find whatever was left and
Yeah.
shake it out.
It kind of looks like. Can you pan out there? Can you see it, Tony?
It has to pan out every time.
I always do that. Yeah.
Every week.
No, but it doesn't. It look like when you do like the slow mo on your iPhone.
You can't.
Yeah.
That's kind of like this.
They're very
The effect.
lazy snowflakes. Lazy snowflakes.
Yeah.
It's piling up.
Sure is taking its time.
We could use either another snowstorm right now or it to warm back up and be spring skiing again. That's kind of where we're at.
Well, no, you know where we're at? See, I was doing this whole ski report thing for a long time.
Sure.
This is when we start talking up how good the groomers are.
Yeah.
The corduroy
Yeah.
carpet.
That was wholehearted.
Well, I didn't know you. I didn't know you like skiing groomers.
Yesterday, we delayed opening and sent the entire fleet out
Yep.
to just pound.
Did
the
you
mountain.
let the cats out of the lair?
The cats were out.
Yep.
We couldn't corral them. That's why we had to stay. We had to push opening back because they just wouldn't come back into their den.
And how was it skiing?
I don't know.
In the bar at 11, huh?
Haven't been skiing yet.
No,
this year.
Eric. Yesterday was my day off. I was home with my family. Thanks for asking.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I don't have anything to add.
Yeah, right, exactly. So anything else you want to talk about? That we have some pictures from the mountain, right?
Oh yeah. So this past weekend we held the Flying Ryan IFSA Junior National 3-star event.
A tale of 2 days, huh?
It's a 2-day event, and as you can see, Keith, cue the Peter Hawks photo, the safety meeting there, Peter addressing the crowd of competitors, and then also exciting news, we had a wedding on the mountain on Sunday.
Yes.
Woo!
With the bride and groom. Cue up the photo. All right.
Yeah, that was
Yep,
pretty
got it.
cool.
Jeez, Keith. Yeah. So
Did she? Did they get married at the top, or they were each on a single chair?
they rode. Yeah, they kept that single chair life, but.
It's the owner of Warren Falls Lodge.
Oh, is that who it
Yeah,
was?
that's who it
Very
was.
nice.
Yep. Pretty interesting. And she,
and the other one, right? Don't they have the other one, or almost have the other one?
the other one. No, that's the Warren Lodge.
Oh, my mistake.
Formerly-
Sorry.
Yep. Way to know your community. That's good.
Yep.
Down by Warren Falls. That's the one down there.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. The skiing was great this weekend. We got shots of wind. We got shots of powder shots. Basically, it snowed a couple inches over the weekend, right? Or was that late last week?
Dude, what is this? The alternate universe? Like,
I feel like I'm. Let me just say,
oh, we're at J Peak.
the photos are real. The snow is real.
Yep.
Yesterday, for the first time ever, I decided to. We tapped trees. Me and a buddy. We tapped some trees at each of our houses.
Signs
and-
of spring.
Yep. And
Corey.
so I'm all muddy. Yeah, Corey. And
Corn pooch.
we made 3 plus quarts of maple syrup. It took us
And-
13 and a half hours. It wasn't very efficient.
So I see that you
working on
brought
that.
some for us.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that, and I wish I had quickly said, I'm gonna bring some next week.
As they say, the road to hell is paved with
In
good
other words,
intentions.
it was late. It was a late night of boil and sap in a real Vermont fashion. So yes, I am in an alternate universe.
So that's why you're unprepared for the show?
Completely.
Corey was
Awesome.
one of our runners-up on the Lawson's IPA naming contest. Did you know that?
Now I'll
Which
give you
was?
a little.
His buddy Corey.
He said the same name. He
Yeah,
said
Still single. We had 12 people say still single,
Oh, okay.
so we had to pick the name out of a hat.
Oh, got it. All right.
But he submitted
I don't know if he
his
knows that.
through Instagram. I told him, I saw him, I told him, but I had to get to the bottom of his Instagram handle. Corn Pooch.
Corn pooch. Yep.
Anyways, that's for another episode.
Anyway,
Maybe we'll find out about that in the Valley Reporter.
we're dragging on the intro.
This is our segue into something
Yes.
hopefully more interesting. Hadley Laskowski, our intrepid reporter from the Valley Reporter.
Investigative
hot
journalist.
off the presses.
Are you going skiing after this?
Yeah.
Only
She
skiing
only
on the
skis at-
tough.
She only skis at Sugarbush.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
No, that's not true.
it's a
I
fact.
showed up with snow pants at Mad River one
Yeah.
day.
No, I even skied with you at Mad River
Yeah.
one day, right?
Yeah.
So
And here.
hot off the press, Hadley. Looks good.
Yeah.
Above the fold.
The bridge year is above the fold. So,
What's that mean?
as you know, the school budget was voted down.
What?
Yes.
I've not heard that.
And,
We do not take a stance on this show.
The
about
school
budget.
board, which would have normally had its meeting last night, except there were sports events.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's not even talk about school stuff.
Yeah.
If we're gonna talk school stuff, let's talk about the state champions from
Yeah,
Harwood
so
Union.
school board postponed its meeting because the Harwood varsity hockey team was going to finals and they won.
Whoa, yeah.
Way to go, boys!
Yeah, against Milton, and also the girls' varsity basketball team was going to semifinals, and they won. So, yeah, it was definitely a great night in sports. So,
Good.
the school board meeting instead is tonight, and they're gonna talk budget and talk bond.
Riding
Yep.
the high of the sports wins, though,
Right.
so maybe they'll all be in a good mood.
Yeah, hopefully. And then there's also some Sugarbush news in the paper.
I feel like you
Every
surprised
week
me.
You guys
with-
are in the paper.
Well,
You know the Sugarbush Communications guy.
it was the J1 thing I was talking to you about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
right?
so I interviewed several student employees that work at Sugarbush. They're called J1s. They call themselves J1s because of the J1 visa that they need to work here. And most of them are from South America because the universities in South America have summer breaks that align perfectly with our winter ski season. Oh, there they are.
Well, don't show it off too much. We still want people to buy the paper.
They can't read it from
For
here.
more information, buy the paper.
Man, a lot of people voting no on the budget. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I talked to them about their experience working at Sugarbush, and they're really happy about it, and they loved seeing snow and skiing. A lot of them had never seen snow before coming here, which is kind of crazy.
Now they're ready to go home.
Actually, they're like trying to come back next year. So
That's
one
awesome.
of the girls had already come back this was her second year. I talked to another person who's really looking forward to coming back next year. So,
We're starting to see more of a repeat J1
Yeah.
student group, which is cool.
That's
Yeah.
good. It's a good sign for things, and it's tough because if it wasn't for those J1s, a lot of stuff wouldn't get done around here. I mean,
Yeah.
we really
Absolutely.
need them, and not
They-
just here. I mean, other businesses in the community. So it's a good perspective to get.
Hiring is tough right
What
now.
else is going on in the paper this week?
There's some coronavirus news, so not necessarily news, but a physician, or I think a physician's assistant from the Mad River Valley was talking about how we can prepare for it, and basically what you can do to stay healthy. Even the school superintendent is sending out kind of like a email update, and they're starting to make plans for what happens if coronavirus comes to the valley.
Because Harwood really needs that.
I mean, the one issue is that that Harwood can't do online teaching, so extended spring break. I don't know.
UVM just went on
Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face.
There you go. So,
simple.
one of the things I noticed, article about mussels.
Oh my God, I told you not to
put me in
quiz
the
me
paper?
on the paper.
Right? Ann Day, Nature of Things, one of my favorite. She's in there every week.
Yep.
That's really cool stuff, her
Yeah.
Nature of Things. And about mussels, which you don't think about seeing. Talking about seafood, which we're going to talk about later, but more for sure.
Next
But it
week,
was interesting. There's
definitely.
some interesting stuff about
Yeah.
I've
that.
seen a lot of muscles on this show
Right?
every week, I feel like.
And,
Right?
God.
and MRV-TV is what's MRV-TV doing again?
Oh, they have their big their pledge
They're
drive.
starting their pledge drive.
Yep.
Yeah, so you could win a TV.
No, and it's
Huge
really
TV.
and
TV.com/donate.
If you call in now,
For more information, mrvtv.com.
hey Keith, why don't you stay in your lane and keep producing there, and maybe let the talent talk about what we're about the stuff that we want to be
talent.
talking about. So yes, they're having the Mad River Valley
Like he
TV.
just casually roped himself into the
Mad River Valley
talent thing.
Mad River Valley Television is having their fund drive. This is a really important service that they have, that we can do ridiculous shows like this, where you can do more important things like the school board meetings and other things, and it doesn't come for free. And it used to be funded by cable TV subscriptions. Still is. Really generous support from WCVT. But those numbers are in jeopardy because so many people are cutting the plug, and we need to support this awesome organization, especially this week being Sunshine Week. We know about that, right?
It's Sunshine Week, and there's there's a editorial on it, so check that out.
We're talking about open government. Sunshine Week is talking about open government, and the key to open government is having meetings like that,
Yeah.
this, and again, support MRV TV. Is that okay, Keith? Did we do a good enough job? Right? Pretty knowledgeable, right? Just saying.
donate now.
So-
Oh,
Week. I thought it
and
was Sunshine
the last
Week.
thing I'll say is,
'Cause of a
we have a
spelling
new
error on there.
intern at the Valley Reporter. She
Ooh,
is a-
intern. Are you concerned about your job security?
Reporting to you.
because
She's
as you
my
can see,
intern.
Hadley's article is on the front page, right
Above
here.
the fold.
Above the fold. Nice job, Hadley.
Thank you.
Wait, I thought you were an intern.
No.
And she is a junior at Harwood, and she loves politics. She wants to study journalism and politics, and so she's going to be working with me through the rest of the year, and then we're going to ramp it up over the summer.
That's awesome.
And she's already written one article that's been published in the paper for sports, and she did Valley Viewpoint this week. So
Nice.
she's yeah, Ingrid Lackey Howell.
Oh, I
Yeah.
just saw that in here.
Yeah,
Does she report to you?
yeah, she does.
Ooh,
I give her
nice.
Power trip.
assignments.
I got
Yeah.
2 people.
That's
I'm
really
like,
cool.
do Valley Viewpoint this
Don't
week.
let her get jaded, okay?
Okay.
All right. So thanks so much for letting us know what's going on
Yeah,
in town.
thanks,
You
guys.
gonna
news.
stick around with us, or are you going back off skiing?
I think I've got to do a snow report right now.
Yeah.
Have to.
Be gentle.
She's too busy for the likes
Yep.
of us.
Well, we appreciate you coming. Thanks so much.
Thanks,
guys.
Hadley.
So, Rye, you want to introduce our guests?
Sure.
Oh, you haven't done the video.
We haven't
Yeah,
done
well,
the
I didn't
video
want to
yet.
do the video, but I guess we'll try the video.
Yeah, let's roll the video.
What's the video?
Well, yeah, you should introduce that, Rye.
Sure. So we have highlight reel from this weekend's Flying Ryan IFSA Junior National here, also in the paper. If you
We're so inclined to go get it.
right, I'm not saying you should, but there it is. This video was produced by Wrecking Crew Productions, Bob Hennessy, and it just highlights some of the top finishers and take notice of the conditions. Pretty firm stuff. So.
Pretty firm.
Going after that last train, teacher? Kira Lavernois from Meredith, New Hampshire. Oh, nice dig off the rocks there. Nice line, Kira, taking a pretty extreme line.
Come on, Alex.
Up in the lift tower.
There were 10, 12 to 14 girls.
Technical line taking so far. Looks like.
Dylan!
Yep. Digging up some dirt, spewing them like you rinse them.
Yeah, Dylan. Come on, D. Yeah. Nice. Woo! Go, Dylan. Dylan. Yeah, Dylan. Nice.
Digging up some of the moss and dirt.
Actually, I think they really want to go to the last
Ruben
way.
Campbell. There you go. Representing Smugglers Notch, hitting that last one.
Yeah.
Long turns. Not easy skiing here today on this legendary rip line course here at Madison Glen.
Good line.
Zane Faraday from
Yeah! Nueva! Nueva!
Good job, Ava! Nice control!
dropping in on Allison.
Nice!
Impressive skiing from Meg
You!
Madison. Number 20. Taking very difficult line right down.
Hang on, baby, hang on.
Barely a little hip check there. Griffin Larson from Essex, Vermont.
Good line.
Ian Smuggler's Notch. Nice technical turns down.
Yeah, Luke!
On in. Beautiful turns. Right now,
Go, Jordan!
we've done this 1,000 times.
Yeah, Jordan! Yeah, yeah! Woo! Mayor!
Going down to watch.
Yeah, Jordan!
Truly come. Seeing them like you ready.
Yeah.
Oh, nice little tap off that rock.
See him like he rented him. Go, Turner!
Slicing, dicing.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Yeah, Turner!
Get some.
Yeah!
Yeah, so if you hadn't gotten enough of Eric talking, there was a 3-minute video of listening to Eric some more. Yay! No, but I think that really showcases some really tough conditions, and we were just happy to get that event off. So
Yeah, maybe next time we'll get it down to about a minute or so. but
maybe,
yeah.
maybe. But
We'll
thank
talk to-
you, Bob, for doing that video. We appreciate it. And,
Absolutely.
hello, Ann from Simsbury, Connecticut. Ann, Kevin Schroeder from wherever you're watching. Who else we got?
Ginger.
Yeah, nice haircut on Hadley.
Right on.
Where'd you get that done?
You went to the place I went to, didn't you?
Oh, with all the old ladies?
Nice. With only exclusively
Old
Old
ladies.
ladies.
High country.
So, without digressing any further here, I'd like to push on to our next segment.
What's that?
I'm in
Brian?
agreement with that.
Our guests today, Eric.
Ah.
Yes, we are joined today by Bob and Susie, the owners of Sugarfish, down in Fiddler's Green, right?
Skipper Bob.
Skipper
Captain
Bob?
Bob.
Captain Bob, Skipper Bob. Welcome to the show, guys.
So is it-
Welcome.
well, yeah, welcome. Is it Skipper or Bob? Or
Either
Captain?
one. My name tag here at the mountain says Skipper.
Or Robert.
No, never Robert. I was always in trouble in school. It was Robert. So never.
Robert.
So 40 years of commercial fisherman, as a commercial fisherman.
Yeah, just a little over 40 now, going into 2020. So it's a long time. I don't know.
So how you end up here?
I just love of skiing, and I had a daughter who was going to school at Kimball Union.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be an ambassador somewhere. So the group of people.
Because you're so friendly, obviously?
Just because I'm so friendly, yeah, such an outgoing personality. Ask my wife; she'll
Right.
tell you. So I had
Who happens to be a ripping skier herself.
she
Show that
is a
picture,
ripping skier,
Keith,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, that's another funny story. But my friends told me if you want to be an ambassador, you got to go to Sugarbush. So needless to say, with a series of phone calls, and I ended up meeting Harry, and
Yeah.
he said the program is full. I got a good feeling about you. Come on up anyway, and here I am. It's 11 years now.
Nice.
So you guys are both mountain hosts here?
Not anymore. I'm in the parking lot now, and Susie's.
An adventure guide with ski school.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So what does that mean?
Well, I teach over at Mount Ellen on
Yeah.
Sundays. I was started as a blazer coach, but then now I just do lineup and I do tour de moons and snowshoe guiding.
That's awesome. In your spare time between commercial fishing, doing
Running the
IT
store.
stuff, running the store, you got a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm busy.
That's really cool.
Where do you do most of your fishing?
The boats are out of New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Nice.
There's 2 fishing boats,
Yep.
and one's 105 feet, the other's 98, so they're big stern trawlers.
That's
And
serious.
do they have names?
Yep, the Megan Marie is the boat we've owned for a little over 20 years, and the Gabby G is our newest boat.
Gabby
We've
G.
had that for about 5 years.
And did you show some of these pictures, Keith, of what these boats look like? They're big trawlers, right?
He had to tell us
Yep.
how
For,
much time
for,
had
for the
elapsed.
record, the kitchen on the Gabby G is nicer than my current kitchen here in Vermont. It's all beautiful mahogany.
Yeah.
Well, it was the first chance I had to. We rebuilt this boat from scratch. We really, literally gutted everything and rebuilt it. So it was the first time I had at the tail end of my career to have a primo vessel.
So you can. So you don't get to name it after Susie?
No, not this one. I have partners involved in the deal. So this one came with one of the partners' daughter's name already. So
what kind of fish do you fish for?
primarily we fish for squid, calamari. That's our main
Yep.
main catch. And then whiting. It's a
Yep.
small bottom fish. Scup or porgies, they call
Yep.
it down in the New Jersey area.
Scup.
And redfish is also another fish that we target. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's got its moments. Squid trips can be a little bit longer. Whiting trips, scup and redfish are shorter trips because the shelf life. We want to get them back to the market to have the freshest product.
And where does your fish go?
The whiting and the scup and the redfish are distributed domestically. We truck down to Fulton. Well, it used to be Fulton Fish Mart. It's Hunts Point now in the Bronx. So we hire a truck and he takes it, usually 40,000 pounds at a whack, and we send it out to 5 different dealers in New York City.
Wow.
The squid, the calamari, there's a huge world market for calamari, so that goes to 2 different processors that we have, and it's split up between them.
So you're a squid guy.
Squid guy, yeah.
Squid
Captain
guy.
Squidly.
Wow.
40 years in the industry. What's the craziest thing you've seen out on the water?
Good question.
Oh, boy. Probably the craziest thing, I was on a boat that had some severe icing conditions, and when we came into the harbor and brought the stabilizer arms up, it made the boat completely unstable, and it rolled over. That was in 1994.
Better there.
Yeah, it was. We were lucky. We waited till we were right in front of the dock because we knew there was some issues, but never imagined that. And unfortunately, my dog and 2 men lost their lives in that accident.
Oh, my
So
God.
it was a real deal. Yeah, I've been hit by a 600-foot car carrier. Nobody got hurt, and we steamed the boat home, but it was a complete constructive loss. And so then, on the other bizarre things, I've dragged up a helicopter and a bale of marijuana. So
No way.
Together or separate?
separately, yeah.
And saved a snowy owl. You should tell that story.
Oh, yeah, we have a great story. It's called Titan the Snowy Owl. It's on YouTube. And I was fishing on the Grand Banks off of Newfoundland. We're 1,000 miles, so 300 miles from St. John's, 1,000 to 1,500 miles away from the U.S. coast. And I captured a snowy owl on the boat that had lost its way. And we kept it in a makeshift cage for 2 weeks and fed it and brought it home to a rehab. And they made a whole documentary on it. The story of it being on the
Wow, that's
boat,
amazing.
catching it, and the rehab. It's a wonderful documentary. That's Snowy,
Got my afternoon
Titan the
planned out,
Snowy
yeah.
Owl. Yeah, it's great.
I'm going to watch that.
Interesting. So Susie, tell us about the store down at the Fiddler's Green.
Well, the store is sort of
Because it's super cute.
yeah, thanks. It's a small space, and Bob kind of conceived this after a place in Stonington, Connecticut called Bombsters, where they had a freezer out on their porch with a credit card machine, and they have a proper seafood market, but this On Your Honor thing was available 24/7. So when we started talking about it, we said, well, we could do it a little better and make it an experience. So we built a dock, and by we, I mean Bob built the dock, and
She's the motivator behind it, though.
we use we a lot.
The royal we.
But and then the half hull of the boat with a view behind. So when you're walking in the store, you actually feel like you're
Walking onto a
down
fishing
a
boat.
dock, getting your fish right out of the back of the boat. And it's also set up to be on your honor, so you can come in when we're not there, Thursday through Sunday, 10 to 6. We're usually there, but sometimes we run errands or we're skiing.
If it's a POW day,
Yep.
it's on your honor.
And
Hopefully
there's
they're skiing too.
yeah. You check yourself out. There's instructions on how to operate the cash register, and we have a ring device
in
too,
the
so
valley.
that we
you
know
have
when
questions,
people,
right?
Yeah, if somebody's in the store, we can see them, we can talk to them, and help them with their purchase, or used
Yeah, when
the
we were
device.
talking last week, and you got to ring when we were talking, and there's the person in the store and helping
Yeah.
them out. That's awesome.
It's super effective.
Hi.
A lot of people say to us, "Oh my gosh, on your are you concerned? Are you worried?" And we trust, but we watch, but we feel comfortable that people in the valley, get it, and it's
Come on, we're in Mad River Valley. Have some faith in humanity.
yeah.
So if you watch someone go in there and they're like looking at something, you're like, no, go get the salmon. Like, so is it just your fish in there, or do you get them from other like what's the stock like in there?
Well, we source from Bob's Boat directly. We also source from Tony Naples, who owns Starbird. He's a local guy from Moortown. And then we bring in fish from the Pride of Bristol Bay, which is part of the Buyers Club that they do with salmon every year. And then we also work with one of Bob's friends down in Stonington, Seawell, and source product from them as well. So we try to go U.S. wild caught wherever we can, but
And also Pier Fish is another company that helps us. It's one family that's owned the one company for over 110 years. And I actually, when I was on the Grand Banks running the freezer trawler, it was their freezer trawler. And I've been friends with this company for over 30 years. And they're on the cutting edge of technology and stuff in the plant. And we source a lot of fish from them.
So these guys clearly know about their fish.
You know some fish. Yeah. I'm coming down, man. I haven't been down there yet. Big fish guy. I don't know what I'm doing.
And it's interesting, and it's a lot of. When I went down there, you were telling me about the quality of the fish too, and that's Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah. There's a stigma around frozen fish, and I can't tell you. We get people come into the market and say, "Oh, don't you have any fresh fish?" Well, our answer is it's all fresh, and when you freeze. If you put a piece of fish in your freezer at home and freeze it, it's like water in a pipe. It freezes slowly, and that's why you see all those icicles or stalagmites growing on it, because the slow freeze squeezes the water out of the cells. So when fish is blast frozen, it's blast frozen at 40 below zero with contact plates or a blast freezing tunnel. And it freezes so fast, there's no cellular deterioration. So you push the pause button on freshness. And a lot of the fish is frozen at sea, and a lot of people don't know this, but I would say 90% of fish in the market, even though it's sold as fresh, has been frozen at sea. It's slacked out, and nobody knows it, and it doesn't affect the quality of the fish. It actually enhances it.
You know that, though, Skipper, don't you?
I do know that, but no joke. A trip could be 8 days, so I could catch a squid, or these boats that catch codfish and flounder. A fish could be on the boat 8 days before it comes off and goes to the handler,
Right.
and then sends it to the distributor. So
Right.
it's that's why freezing at sea is such a superior product, and we strive to educate people on that.
That's really cool.
Tony had a really important question that he wanted to know. Have you met SpongeBob?
No, but I do have a SpongeBob T-shirt.
No way.
I do. Yeah.
Basically
He's
the
great.
same thing.
I've never seen it.
Thankful. Yeah, he wears that one on the boat.
All right, 30 minutes. Thanks, Keith.
Yeah, he's trying to move us along. So, Susie, I did want to ask you one other thing. You're a competitive sailor.
Yes. I've been sailing for over 20 years. I used to sail thistles out of Cedar Point Yacht Club in Westport, Connecticut. And I've
Got the yacht club girl, huh? Attaboy.
Did it. You did it.
I don't know how that happened.
But yeah, I've competed all over the country, nationals and events up and down the Eastern Seaboard, and I still a love of mine. I sail for Healing Winds out of Burlington in the summer, which is a cancer respite. Which, just a little plug for them. If you know anybody going through cancer, you can nominate them on their website, and it's a 3-hour sail for up to 10 people. That the nominee wants to go out on.
Get him out on the lake.
But just this,
Yeah,
like
a little
3
plug.
days ago,
Yeah.
we just bought a fleet of boats. Maybe you saw it on Front Porch Forum. There was like
Oh, yeah.
7
6 aquafins,
seven
a
sailboats.
sunfish, and a laser.
How'd we miss that?
Yeah.
So we went down and looked at them, and they're great boats for sailing on a little lake like Blueberry. So we're cooking up some sort of sailing association.
Club race or something. We have
Club.
Blueberry Lake Sailing
seven
Club.
boats
That's really
to
cool.
take up there and go sail. So
So stay tuned for that.
You guys stay pretty active, don't you?
we try to.
Some might say a little too much going on, but
Well, thanks so much for popping in onto Mad River Valley Live. We appreciate having you.
thank you for having us and giving us this opportunity.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
guys
thanks
get
a lot, and good morning, Mad River Valley.
Right?
Good morning, Mad River.
Well, we've frittered away another half hour plus.
Yes.
You know.
There it
Anything
goes.
else you guys want to add before we go to our moment of Zen?
Castle Rock Extreme is this weekend. I think it's going to be pretty extreme.
It's going to be.
Are you entered?
I'm not. I'm judging if that means anything to anyone.
Getting all judgy, huh?
Really?
I tried to get you as a judge. You know.
So the bar was even lower than that, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that'll be fun. Maybe we'll come up and watch that.
Yeah.
And,
we'll try and
what's
get some
going on
good
in
audio.
Mad River this weekend? Anything exciting?
No, actually, we got a clean slate this weekend. Not a whole lot going on.
Okay. Bar opens at 11.
Bar
Terry
always-
Barber.
Oh my!
Hey,
I love
T-Bar.
Terry.
Were we
Terry
gonna have
is the
T-Bar on the
man.
show? Was that?
We should
wasn't
have
that?
him on.
Actually, that's his son right there, the ski boss himself, winning that 15 to 18-year-old category. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like he walks by every time we're here, and then we say, "Oh, we should have him."
Yeah,
on
we
the show."
should have him on. But maybe we actually should.
Terry's the best.
Well, thanks, guys. It's good getting together with you on Thursday morning.
Thank you, Eric.
Hey,
It's my pleasure. And I guess
feel
we'll
honored.
leave everyone with our Mad River Valley moment of Zen.
No.
good.
That was a good show. We'll see you later, dude.
Good show.
Good show.